If you are a woman who has turned to alcohol because of stress, because of anxiety, and because of overwhelm, just know that you're not alone. Whenever I started to attend meetings and talk to other women that were learning about sobriety, I realized that the majority of them drank because of that anxiety, drank because of stress, and drank to attempt to relieve those feelings. Through my journey with sobriety and through conversations with other women, I started to hear the same story, the same reason that women would drink. And it was to relieve that stress and anxiety. For a number of years, my anxiety was at its worst level, my anxiety and depression. Especially after my son was born, I think I was dealing with some postpartum stuff, but I had had anxiety from the time that I was a child. I remember back when I was in school, even in middle school, I started to have anxiety and was complaining of being sick in my stomach, would want to stay home from school and tell my mom that I was sick because I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to deal with feelings that I was having of going to a new school, dealing with the things that kids deal with at those ages. And my mom took me to the doctor and they put me on Valium. I don't know if it helped. I can't remember back then, but that's the memory that I have of, starting to deal with anxiety at such a young age. They didn't know what to do with me. And as I got older, the anxiety was still there and it became worse. And in my attempt to deal with it, I found alcohol. I remember that it gave me a feeling of relief, that drink that I would have at the end of the day, especially after working a full-time job and being a single mom. I would sit at home and have that drink and it would just relax me. I would be able to sit and relax. So I started to do it and it had become a daily habit. And it was a bad cycle. I was drinking to calm the anxiety, but it was only making it worse. So if this sounds like you, just know that you're not broken and it's very common. Just know that there are other women out there, a lot of women out there that use the alcohol to relieve the stress and anxiety. It was such a relief for me to learn this once I started to talk to other women and realize there were other women out there like me. It was such a relief. I wasn't the only one. So what I learned and what I'd like to teach you is that there are ways to cope with that anxiety and stress. Find another ritual, another habit, something to do in the evenings that calm you, whether it's drinking a cup of tea that's decaffeinated, going for a walk, or journaling. Go to counseling or find other women that you can talk to that are on this same journey. Go online and find women to talk to if you can't make it out to meetings. If you do have kids or if you're busy and you're tired, I know for me, I work full time now. My son is older and he is out of school, but you have to find time for yourself to take care of yourself. And if that's going online and talking to other women, finding support, but you have to find other things to do. So just know you don't need alcohol to bring yourself peace, to calm that anxiety. You need support and a space, a place where you feel safe. It helps when you start to realize that you deserve peace. And if this resonates with you, just make a comment that you understand and you get it. And let me know if you have any questions or where you're at in your sobriety journey. So I invite you to watch my prior video where I talk about the lessons that I learned when I quit drinking. And I will see you next time.